turner, never had a burner, always knew I was a son of a gun. Niggas talk about it, but don't be about it. Soon as they see one, they first wanna run. Now pray for niggas that can be who they want. They live in hell like the air in their lungs. In back of their mind, they know that they front. Try to cover with the money and stunt. Y'all doing too much. Enough is enough. Niggas watching too much snow on the bluff. Gassing you up until they pull up in the letter, then dump about 10 out the pump. Hope to God I die as rich as a bum that make change every day for the ones that give a fuck about the people in slums. Cause first you'll be last and last you'll be one. Keeping it blunt. Promise you niggas, we weeding you out. This smoke you don't want, you know in your gut. All of your music is trash. I'm here to empty the Dutch, my nigga, what up? I can stand behind my bars. I eat a sentence for lunch. I'm not here to judge, but I can tell from all your jury. You niggas mentally cuffed, look guilty as fuck. Always be pressed to be youngest. We call that Benjamin Button.
Yo, what is up, everybody? What is going on? What up, Tony Robinson? How you doing? Thank you, everybody, for popping in. Much appreciated. You know, I keep saying I'm going to change that intro, and I keep forgetting to do so. But I'll get you.
Muted or I'm good?
No, I can hear you.
Okay, because I don't know. I'm looking down there. It says, like, my mic is off.
That's it, because it shows here that your mic is on and popping, so you're good. You're good. What up, Roberto? Tell the people where you can find you, sir.
Oh, we're still doing that?
Yeah, actually, we are.
You can find us here Wednesday night, getting shit off our chest live like we do every Wednesday, 9 o'clock.
What up, Jen? How you doing? Much appreciated. Thank you for popping in. He said the idea of Jesus were groundbreaking, have nothing to do with Christianity, but we should look at all the prophets' ideas. Okay, so we're going to get into all of that. We're going to get into all of that 100%. But one of the things that I really wanted to talk about were the misconceptions of, weed, right? Because I still think as of today, people have a lot of these misconceptions about this, right? So I was having a conversation with somebody, and they were like, oh, I don't know how certain people could do certain professions and be smokers. And I was like, well, because you still have the same old misconceptions of what it means to smoke weed, right? It's totally different now because weed has a lot of medical properties in it as well, right? There's a lot of people that use weed for anxiety. They use weed for depression. They use weed to eat, right? There's a lot of people who have cancer and they get prescriptions to go smoke weed. So first off, Roberto, what are your thoughts on it?
You know already.
Well, I know.
Oh, so the people want to know. My perception of it is some people function better on weed. And if you're still running on those scare tactics, you do realize that it is legal in most states and countries.
And that's exactly another thing I was going to bring up is there is reasons why they want it legal, right? There's reasons why it's legal here in Canada. Now, a lot of it has to do with profit and money. Absolutely, 100%. Government is going to try and get their percentage when it comes to these kind of things, right? But at the end of the day, they also understand that there's a lot of things that people who smoke it for different reasons. And, we smoke it to get high. But some people smoke it because it helps out with their anxiety. And I would rather someone go the cannabis route than to go to pharmaceuticals.
Yeah.
I
have to agree.
I would rather that because, and I want to bring up a story. I know there's a lot of people probably know it already, maybe not, but the story of Charlotte's Web. You know that story, right, Roberto?
Yeah.
Right. So basically, I'll bring up the video here. It's a little quick news, and this was like 12 years ago, right? So you can now understand that from this 12 years ago till now, there's been a lot of more research and a lot of more things that are going on with it. But I just want to bring up this story real quick. And then there's some things in the story that I actually want to talk about when they talk about at the end, right? So let's listen to this. Oh, hold on.
Get their hands on a special strain of cannabis for their kids. It's called Charlotte's Web. And only on 7 News, Lindsay.
Let me bring it back.
And new tonight, a controversial treatment, and the waiting list is in the thousands. Parents desperately trying to get their hands on a special strain of cannabis for their kids. It's called Charlotte's Web. And only on 7 News, Lindsay Watts shows us why it's about to become widely available in our state and why some are warning that we should proceed with caution.
It's been this accidental miracle.
Every laugh, every word is a gift Charlotte Figgy's family didn't think they'd ever see. 2 years ago,
We had reached the end of the line for medical options.
they were ready to say goodbye. The epileptic seizures started when Charlotte was just a baby and grew more violent, more frequent.
It's okay, honey. Mommy's here.
Up to $1,200 a month. Charlotte couldn't walk, talk, or eat.
Her quality of life was none. I mean, we were at the point where we were just praying that she would die peacefully in her sleep because it was so much suffering. She wasn't there. You know, Charlotte wasn't there anymore.
The family was desperate. Charlotte's dad had heard about the healing qualities of cannabidiol, or CBD, a chemical in the marijuana plant that doesn't cause a high. It so happened a group of brothers in southern Colorado was already experimenting with it.
I didn't really think it was going to work.
A few drops of oil made from CBD, taken orally twice a day, proved her wrong.
This is where I store her medicine, in this lockbox. And this is how one dose.
It's now called Charlotte.
So I want to explain something real quick because I know in this video they're talking about CBD, right? CBD is a property that is in every weed plant. Some have more than others, right? So if you want to use the medical properties of weed, you're going to get a plant that has more CBD in it, right? But me and Roberto, we need the THC, right? The THC that gets you high. But if you really go and look at whatever strain you are smoking, you will see that there is 1%, 0.2%, 0.5%. There's always a percentage of CBD in that plant that you are smoking. It's just some have a lot more than others. Like you can actually get or make, well, grow plants that have way more CBD than they do with THC. And this is pretty much what the Charlotte Web is, right?
Charlotte's Web, named after the little girl who was the first patient. There have been many more success stories and about 250 families who've moved to Colorado to treat kids with epilepsy and cancer.
Our national and international wait list climbs by 100, 200 every day, and it's currently around between 7,000 and 8,000.
Jared Stanley and his brothers can't grow the plants fast enough. But this new grow operation in eastern Colorado that 7 News got an exclusive tour of will take care of the nearly 1,000 Coloradans on the waiting list by the fall.
This is called cloning.
Eventually, it will help eliminate the wait list completely.
It's overwhelming. They call all the time, asking,
What's up,
hoping, wanting
Dandelion?
something,
How you
wanting a
doing?
better answer.
Their answer is coming because the Stanleys are now growing Charlotte's Web as hemp because there's so little THC in these plants.
Charlotte's Web is less than 0.3% THC.
Colorado is issuing permits to grow hemp for the first time this year, which has allowed the brothers to greatly expand production. And they're breeding new strains.
They're amazing. Again, high in CBD, different plant profile.
Stanley believes they've only just scratched the surface of what cannabis can do to heal.
It comes up in conversation every day in our clinics.
Dr. Amy Brooks Kale is the head of
Hold on, I
pediatric
didn't hear
neurology
you.
at Children's Hospital Colorado.
What was that, Roberto?
I said, how long is it before the medicinal companies go after these guys as they create more and more strains, you know? I know this was a while ago.
It's possible that they did. I don't know. I don't really.
I don't
To
hear
be honest
much
with you.
anymore.
Yeah, or the strange Charlotte Webs either, right? But maybe they moved on. I don't know. But you're right. You're right.
They need money.
That's her main concern with
Absolutely.
Charlotte's Web is lack of research.
What the risks associated might be, either short-term risks in terms of effects on liver or blood count, and longer-term risks like learning and memory, which we know marijuana products can affect.
And
So that was one of the parts that I really wanted to address. Have you ever seen one of those medical commercials like, oh, get on this, Exemplex, right? Take this. And then at the end of the commercial, it gives you the side effects.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Right? So everything will have different effects on people. And that's the thing. When it comes to smoking weed, when it comes to, this Charlotte Webs, It's gonna have the same, different effect on everybody. Just like drinking alcohol, it's gonna have a different effect on people. And I will tell you this: drinking alcohol is way more worse than smoking weed, right? And I'll tell you how, because the person was like, "Oh, I don't want people that's under the influence, right, teaching my kid or anything like that." And I was like, "You do understand that being under the influence of weed is totally different than being under the influence of like alcohol, right?" Roberto, how many times? And I guess I'm not trying to throw you out there or anything, but we've driven smoking weed, right? Would you even attempt to do that if you feeling tipsy or drunk?
I won't lie. In my younger days, I've driven tipsy.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, you know what I mean?
Now, no.
Right. Because you realize what type of a risk it was, right?
Because not necessarily that I'm going to do something. If I do get involved in something and they happen to say, hey, I smell alcohol in that guy's breath.
Hmm?
You know, I might not even be, I might be the victim.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't change the fact that I have alcohol in my system.
Or you might just be driving, right? You might just be driving and get pulled over, right? You're like, you know how they do it all the time. Run the lights place. Oh, let's see who this guy is. And then boom, they pull you over. They smell alcohol in your breath, and then doom, you're done, right?
Yeah.
Said driving high helps you focus better. Absolutely, 100%, right? And you
I
can
think
tell.
it's not for everybody. There's some people who can't, and those people who can't shouldn't. That's all.
Thank you. That's what I was about to say too, as well. It does affect everybody differently. Even the medication you get behind the counter, right? Advil or whatever. Those things affect you differently too as well. They don't affect people all the same way, right? There are some people who take aspirin because Advil fucks them up. Or they'll take Advil because Tylenol makes them feel a certain type of way, right? So all drugs affect people differently. And Roberto is correct. If you can't handle your business, then you shouldn't be driving. I had a friend who used to come by and smoke. And man, when he was high, he would just be like, "Oh my God, I'm so high. Like I can't move, I can't do nothing," right? I'm like, yeah, well, maybe you should get a different strain. And then we've talked about this too before, right? There are strains for everybody, right? You can find a strain like me. I need 35 and up, right? THC level has to be 35 and up. Roberto, what would you say your level is?
Depends. Sometimes I get stuff in the low 20s that touch me, and I would say I'm in the mid 20s.
Right, exactly, right? So everybody has things differently when it comes to the strain. And that's the best part about it, right? You can go to, especially here where it's legal, you can go to the SQDC and ask them what kind of strains will help with this, what should I take for this. Some of them know their stuff, some of them don't, right? They're just pulling off the, oh, this is what we're told to say kind of thing, right? But if you're like a weed connoisseur like I am, then you know. You know what I mean? You know this strain, okay, this is one that's good for anxiety, this one's good for depression, this one's gonna get you fucking high, this one's gonna make you feel, because again, there's also two different types of strains, sativa and indica, right? Sativa is more of a mellow type of high, more like a body type of high. Indica is the high that I want, right? The fucking
It's,
feeling.
it's funny
Go
you
ahead.
mention that, Anzo, because
Go ahead.
back in the day, before SQDC, and you used to go check your boy, I'm talking back in the day with yard food.
Yeah.
You got what you got. Indica and sativa weren't mentioned.
100%.
Either you were blitzed or you were soft touched, but you didn't know what you were getting. So a lot of the people that have the stigma that, you know, weed makes them dizzy, paranoid, whatnot, it had to be a strain you got back then that might have done the same thing to me and maybe not Anzo.
100%.
Because I smoked some stuff that I was like, damn. There's so many spikes and shit. You know?
Bro, I tell this story all the time, right? One of our boys, Bandit, he came back from Jamaica and he had that boom shit, right? So we all chilling in the gates. And he's like, y'all want to smoke a spliff? Like, bet, let's do this. Now, you know Bandit, right? He rolls like we do. The spliff he brought out was like this fucking, it was like, it was a white person's spliff. It was a pinner. Like, it was like, so I looked at him when he came and sat down, right? Because there was like 5 of us. It was me, your brother, him, and then 3 other people, so 6. 3 other people on the other couch. And he pulled out one spliff. And I was like, the fuck is this gonna do? You know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking in my head. So he lights it, and he takes 2 fucking puffs. And then he passes it to me. And I kid you not, I looked at his fucking eyes and I was like, holy shit. So I puffed that shit, right? Took 2 puffs. We were all fucking high off of this weed, bro. This was till this day, it was the best fucking strain I ever had. I have never felt like, yes, it was yard food.
People don't understand. Like, you know, when, I mean, are you done your story? I don't want to cut you off.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Because I only smoked weed before. Like, I think I linked up with the guy who first introduced hydro to at least our area. Yeah.
And,
I told him, yo, when yard food runs out, I quit. Yard food would run out when I made that statement.
Me too.
You know?
Me too. Yeah, me too.
I didn't expect 9/11. I didn't expect all these things to happen to cause yard food to make its destination here very difficult. But when I was in Jamaica, I remember the first day I was there with a brethren and we went to go pick up some jerk chicken by the stand, you know? It was right near the swimming pool. And my buddy goes, you think the lifeguard is hungry? He says, let's bring him some food. So I grabbed some food, brought it over to him. And he goes, you looking for weed? I said, fuck. You know, like, I heard when you come off the plane, you get weed, you know, solicited to you, weed everywhere, weed taxi, weed bus. Nobody asked me for weed but you, Fred. Yes, I would love to get some. He goes, okay, just come back in a bit, you know? Nzo, the weed this man gave me, first of all, everybody I was with didn't smoke. So I was... I was
only one that get to smoke, you're good, right? Yeah.
So I said, you know what? I'm going to the room. Everybody's like, okay, yeah, everyone's all happy, you know? In the room. I knew right away when I saw this weed was fucking dangerous.
You get that smell, right?
Smell, the
the
texture.
Yes.
You know, it rolled nice. Nice big head. I went out on the balcony to smoke, and I look over on my neighbor's side, and I see all these little roaches on the side of their house, you know? I'm like, oh, I'm not the only one. Just like you, I lit that spliff. I took 2 draw, and you know you get into convulsions.
Yeah.
I didn't want to cough. I'm on the balcony. I don't need everybody looking up on me from the pool area and all that shit. No sooner than I inhaled, my eyes, like
bloodshot red.
Not even bloodshot. I felt my eyelids just dropping as I was exhaling, like they were full of air. And I was like, yo. Yeah. I looked now to put my spliff there, and it looked like it wasn't even lit yet next to those guys that were there on the other side. I said, they're gonna tax my fucking spliff, guaranteed. So I hid it somewhere else, but then I realized I'm too fucking high to go back downstairs. I said, I don't even think that I had my cell phone. When I came back, everybody's just looking at me like I baited myself up staying that long because everybody's
where the fuck they knew what you're there, and then you're high and shit. They know.
I was happy high.
100%.
Everyone, it did nothing to me. Nothing.
100%.
that was, like you said, holding on to a nice weed. That was when I had to leave it in that garbage can, man. I was sad. I didn't even give it to somebody. I said nobody deserves this shit.
100%.
You
It's
know?
funny. It's funny too, right? Because you say that. So after we got that weed, we were like, "Yo, we gotta go back," right? So it was Jamaica Day. So me and your brother were like, "Yeah, let's go check Bandit," right? So Bandit wasn't even there, right? It was his worker was there, right? So he got the weed, and then we found out he had some gum too, right? So like, bet. So I got the gum. So we seasoned it up. I promise you, bro, we did not see fucking Jamaica Day that day. We stayed in there and we fucking just chopped it up with the fucking worker. Until it was like 7 o'clock. We were like, oh shit. Weren't we supposed to be going to Jamaica Day? Like, well, I guess that's not happening. You know what I mean? So
Those were the
happy
days.
high is good high, paranoid high is bad. Absolutely. And that's the thing, Dandelion. Yes, some people, they do get paranoid when they get high. 100%. You know what I mean? It does happen. It has that effect on you. But you can also find a strain that won't actually get you paranoid like that, you know? Dandelion said, sounds like the time we grew a plant from a seed in our weed, and we grew one bud, but we were so baked that one tiny bud. I feel you. It depends. Sometimes you can get a good seed, and that shit will. He said, "I'm taking an early shot for everybody. My birthday tomorrow." Absolutely, Poe. 100%.
Yeah,
You
man.
know, happy birthday, definitely. But that's one of the problems that I have is that, people still remember them. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs, right? People still have that shit brain etched into their brain, right? The just say no and all those campaigns that we had growing up. Why the fuck you don't see that anymore? Because with research and people understanding that weed is not the same. Listen, I don't even think fucking crack and cocaine are the same like it was back in the day, right? This is why we always end up having these new fucking drugs like K9 and fentanyl and all of that shit because people ain't getting high off of the shit that they used to get high anymore, right? Now you see there are people who can be actually functioning crackheads. You know what I mean? Fucking cocaine was the drug of Hollywood, right? That's the cocaine that's what they used to do all the time. So it's gonna have a different effect on people, 100%. But I just feel like it's 2026. We need to evolve. We need to understand that weed is not the same as it was when we were growing up.
In fact, it's even stronger now. Much, much, much stronger now.
Absolutely,
But
100%.
like Anzo said, you can go into an SQDC and tell the person, like for instance me, when Anzo goes in there and he goes, I want my brain destroyed. So they don't send him their sativa. They go right to the indica or hybrid. Am I wrong?
100%.
Me, I tell them I want to get, I want to know I'm high, but still be able to function. They come to sativa, and they go, what do you do? What do you want to do? How do you like? What's the effect you want to feel from it? And they could persuade you. Now they might give you something you might not like the taste, but it's not just one. They can even give you something to consume in a liquid form.
100%.
So I mean, the fear of it now is ignorance
I agree. I
because
agree.
liquor does physical damage. Marijuana doesn't. If anything, it just does damage to your eyes, but the next day they come right back to normal.
Facts.
You know?
And you may gain some weight because you get them munchies after
Yeah,
you
well, the
burn.
munchies are the like, I don't get munchies anymore.
Yep.
I haven't had munchies since fucking, I was what, 20, 25? Like to like say, oh man, I could eat 2 Big Macs and, the back in
Nah.
those days,
Yeah, no, I
Now,
still get the munchies.
I just know that I can't burn spliff on an empty stomach. I don't enjoy my heights.
Okay.
So I like to know that I'm fed, or I like to eat and then bun a spliff. Because at the same time, there's a theory that eating makes you lose your buzz. And I believe it, because I can say I feel the same thing. If anything, the combination knocks you out.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know? So that's why I like to eat and then bun. Even with drinking, like, I know people say you shouldn't drink on an empty stomach, but there are people who could do it. I've
One
seen
hundred
it.
percent.
I ain't
One
one
hundred
of them.
percent. Me neither. Me neither. If I get drunk on an empty stomach, bro, I am going to get fucked up. I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
gonna
not
get
gonna
all
feel a
dizzy and
certain way.
shit.
Yeah, 100%.
Ain't fun. Like we've been doing this shit for so long that if you ain't good at it, you're fucking stupid. I'm sorry.
Facts.
Because
Facts.
I never, and I will never go to a brethren's house because it won't happen at my house. Start drinking and catch a buzz off of liquor, and then someone pulls out a spliff. You think I'm touching that spliff?
Facts.
You want to go on that Ferris wheel or merry-go-round or whatever the fuck you want to
the
call it?
the merry-go-round. Yeah,
It
yeah,
happens to
yeah.
the best of the best. I've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
We walked through life for a while. It's not like started. We didn't just start blowing spliff yesterday.
100%.
So I tell you right now, you could find a person who could defeat that. That's a special person.
100%. And Nadia said it's a herb. They called it a gateway drug. Absolutely, they used to call it a gateway drug, which was one of the stupidest things that, like, even if you think about it now, right? It never led me to smoking any other drugs. So that's because the government took over the drugs and regulated it, cut it, and distilled it. Absolutely, 100%. Facts. I'm a sativa all day, indica or hybrid at night. It does damage to my lungs, but not like cigarettes. No, not at all. Not at all. Right? Cigarettes are 10 times worse than smoking weed, too, as well. I remember Scott McGruff, the dog in the trench coat against drugs in elementary school. Fuck that. I got a blunt and smoked before Spider-Man movie in the morning. Yeah, 100%. Said you have to eat first, then smoke. Hell yeah. You don't waste your high if you eat first. Eating after kills your high. So 100%.
Nah, I mean,
Don't drink on an empty stomach. Gotta get grease in the stomach to coat it. LOL. I'm from the South. I know. Absolutely. She said weed and wine. Yes. I smoke and drink all the time. I'm always fine. You gotta know what to drink with it and your body. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah, I don't. So mixing for me is not a problem. It's just if you drink too much. You know what I mean? Usually it's drinking too much that gives me it. But if I know my limits, right? If I smoke a spliff and drink 2-3 beers or have a couple of shots, I'm good. It's when I go over my limit, then that's the problem. You know what I mean? But like Roberta said, sometimes you someplace and fuck the limits. You know what I mean? People drinking, yeah, let's drink. And then fucking hour later, you're like, oh my God, I'm fucked up. You know? So it happens.
anymore.
It happens. Shit.
More people, you could call me all the names you want to call me. It don't matter.
Shit. Go back and watch.
Remember what Beamerkin did to us?
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say.
That was one hard lesson, Beamerkin. You made me realize I'm too old for that shit. I don't care what you want to do to bring that back.
That's what I was gonna say. I remember he yo, I want you to watch the Snow White movie. He did a Snow White movie, you know what I mean? And I said, all right, I'll do a $10 shot night, and I'll watch the Snow White movie because I need to be high. Or drunk. I don't remember that movie, bro. It got to the point where I was just fucked up. I was fucked up on stream. I started slurring my speech and all kinds of shit. Yeah, Beamerkin fucked me up that night, you know what I mean? There was one night we did $10 shot night with Rob and them, right? My camera went off for about 10 minutes because I went to the bathroom and I was throwing the fuck up. I was done, bro. I was throwing up. I was vomiting. When I came back, I was good. But boy, that shit hit hard.
Now let me ask you, do you think you could ever possibly be too high to do the show?
No.
I think I would just do a better show.
Me too. I don't think I could be too drunk to do a show. That's 100%. But I don't think I could ever be too high to drink to do the show. Gin will make you sin and I'll fuck all night. Vodka will make me right, and let me be quiet. To be honest with you, I'm not a real gin person or vodka person. To be honest with you, I'm more like whiskey, Crown Royal, Hennessy. You know what I mean? The dark alcohol. I can't do the white stuff.
Well, those drinks that he mentioned are the drinks that get you drunk. Those are the drinks that get you hungover.
Mm-hmm.
You mix sweet with liquor.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, for me, the only drink I drink that's remotely sweet,
Keep talking, Roberto.
like two of them, is spicy margarita. I took a sip of my wife's once, and I was like, man, this shit tastes good. You got to put that thing around the rim that makes it spicy. And I tell them, put it in a man glass, please. Don't give me them flimsy glass to drink from, because I don't care what's inside. Give it to me in a man glass. Or I'm drinking, like Nzo said, I'm drinking some cognac, something to sip on. So by the night done, you're only really drinking 2-3 drinks, opposed to when you're drinking like, I don't know if any of you guys ever had this, but this is a drink that will mess you up quick because they go down like water. Grey Goose apple juice.
Oh my gosh, I've had it. Yeah, the apple Grey Goose. I've had it.
Oh my God. Kenny, God rest his soul, he introduced me to that. I swear to God, man, it was like crack.
Mm-hmm.
I think I drank about 9 of them that night. Yeah, I threw up. Because they were going down so fast, the buzz caught up to me.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, what? I couldn't even walk, man.
Yeah. Nadia said, gin is not my friend, tequila and rum. I'll tell you what brown liquor is not my friend. Jack Daniels. I don't fuck with Jack Daniels. Jack Daniels has
Yeah,
bent me up.
Devil juice.
What's that?
That's the devil juice.
Yeah, 100%. Jack Daniels has messed me up way too many times, bro. I can't even touch no Jack Daniels. But the Apple Crown is really good too. You tried that one?
No.
Yeah, the Apple Crown is really good. I can't do gin, yuck. I get violent on vodka and tequila. I'm a rum, scotch, or brandy girl all day. You know what? I hear that a lot about tequila. That people get violent on tequila. Not so much vodka, but
I love me
tequila?
some tequila. I love me some tequila, man.
What's up, stranger? Yeah?
Tequila on ice, or these drinks that we made back in the day, TNTs.
Mm-hmm.
You ever had them?
I believe so.
It's tequila. You put a shot of Tabasco in the tequila. So
Yeah.
Do the lime.
Yeah.
The aftertaste of the tequila.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we were killing those. Kill a bottle like that.
Tequila, rum, and whiskey makes me shit bad the next day. Too much info, Poe. Jack
Keep in mind,
James.
Those are the bottles that are on the speed rack at a bar.
Yeah.
Those are the most commonly bought. Gin,
Yeah.
Vodka, rum, white rum,
Yep. When we used to go out, we used to go to the club and all we would drink is Hennessy, right? So we'd order double shots of Hennessy's. Now, one night that I remember, we had 8 shots of double Hennessy, which is 16 regular shots. Fucked up. But I think I can drink a lot more Hennessy without getting fucked up than Crown. Like if I drink Crown, if I had double shots of Crown, yeah, I would have been dead. But Hennessy, for some reason, I can drink a lot more of it and not feel as fucked up.
No matter what, Nzo, Hennessy is a sipping. Crown, are you drinking your Crown straight?
Yeah.
On ice?
Yeah.
It's like if I drink per se, if I have like
Actually, sorry for cutting you off. Just keep. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I have a cognac.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll drink my whiskey a little faster.
Okay, so that's what I was gonna say. Usually when I do Crown, I take shots.
Okay.
I take shots with my Crown, right? So, because I remember back in the day, my dad had this little thing he used to do. where he would put his shot glass in the freezer, right, with the Crown. So you get this cold, really cold Crown, like so cold the froth is on the bottle and shit, and then your glass has the frost on the bottle. So it's like this double whammy, and it would just go down so smooth, you know. So I've always kept that kind of vibe when I'm drinking Crown or anything like that. But if I'm drinking Hennessy, I drink it just Hennessy with ice, and yeah, I'll sip that too. Jack, James, Gin, Henry, Crown, Craven, Captain, all day. Yeah, I feel you. I grew up on clear Mississippi moonshine. That shit can start a carburetor vehicle, no gas needed. Yeah, well, I wouldn't even touch that shit because I think I've had, and it's not as strong as it was back in the day. But back in the day, man, when you guys used to get that Ray and Nephew, that was like 160, 170 overproof. Now I see it, it's only at like 110. You know what I mean? That shit was some fucking diesel. Oh my God, it did not matter how you could put a little drop and have a whole fucking glass of chaser and you still taste that shit. That fucking thing is nasty. He said, Uncle Alert. Yeah, I guess you are. Roberta, you know what I'm talking about.
You're talking about the
The
3
overproof rum, the Ray and
Nephew.
Nephew. Yeah, yeah.
I used to tell people, go buy. You seen the size of an extra large smoothie.
Yeah, yeah.
So I would tell people, go to McDonald's, buy an extra large mango smoothie. Why? I said, if you go into a party, if you're coming with me, go buy an extra large mango smoothie. And so I put one cap.
Yeah, 100%.
One cap in that smoothie. And
100%.
Before it's halfway done, they're telling me this is my summer drink.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
They think, what? Oh, you're putting that little thing in there. What's that going to do? You better shut your mouth. That's what I'm telling you it's going to do. You better shut your mouth because I make you smell this. You feel like someone punched you.
Absolutely.
My mom used to, I'm telling you, Nzo, the one you're talking about. I was sick as a kid. My mom would put it in her hand like this and just
rub it
over my
yeah.
nose. This, my sinuses are Vicks.
Yeah, 100%.
Tic Tac.
100%. 100%. The minute
Rub
you
that on
open
my
that
chest,
bottle,
make me inhale it, rub it on the back of my neck. The next morning, what cold?
the minute you open that bottle, bro, you smell that smell, and when I smell it, I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. Said I recently got interested in local gin. It's flavored with ghost peppers, very spicy. Interesting. I don't know if I like them kind of like spicy type of drinks though. You know
I
what
love
I mean?
me a Hendrix tonic. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah.
Cucumber. Oh yeah, that's such a nice, easy.
Never had it.
Easy going drink to, like, you know, you don't want to get drunk, but you want a nice little drink on the side. Doesn't look too feminine and shit, you know.
As long as it's not white, I can drink it straight. Yeah, I feel you. Me too. But tequila is one of those things you can take it straight, right? You take shots with tequila, suck on the lemon. So tequila is one of those ones you could take straight. Crown is stronger than Hennessy and tastes better with Dr. Pepper. Ooh. You know what? I never tried Crown and Dr. Pepper. That'd be interesting.
Poison.
What's that?
That sounds like poison. What the fuck is Dr. Pepper? You want to tell me? Please tell me, what flavor is Dr. Pepper?
I guess it's a Coke with a pepper flavor,
Listen,
I guess.
if you're drinking something or eating something and you can't tell me what it tastes like or what flavor it is, I'm not drinking it or eating it.
So I'm guessing you don't like Dr. Pepper.
No, like to this. Even when I was young, I used to say, "What the fuck is in this?" Dr. Pepper. Like, why don't they specify? Like RC, at least it says it's a cola. Dr. Pepper, what? Dr. Pepper, what? Where is there a Dr. Pepper tree? What the fuck is the ingredients in this bitch, man?
So we use Ray and Nephew to soak black cake. Yeah, 100%.
Yes.
Yeah, you were 100% correct. Absolutely. That definitely came from your husband, right? Absolutely. Yeah, the
Cherry
black
cola?
cakes. Huh?
No,
What's
Danny
that?
Man's saying it's cherry cola,
I think it's a cherry cola. I don't think so.
but they don't specify.
We put Ray and nephew in. Oh, um, Conquito and sorrel too. Yeah, yeah. My son's mother used to make sorrel a lot, but she never put alcohol in it. Just would make regular sorrel. But yeah,
We can't even get it here. We have to go to Ottawa, and
to
what
get
we get from Ottawa is not the same.
to get sorrel.
No, Ray and nephew.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We can't get it here either. It was invented by a guy named Dr. Pepper who owned a soda shop. Okay, okay. I don't mind Dr. Pepper. I'll definitely try it with that. But well, we got into the alcohol topic. I get it,
But
100%.
let me,
Moving
let me
onward.
just give you another devil story about alcohol.
Go
Speaking
ahead.
of Ray and nephew, as you know, I'm Jamaican. So my parents have somebody that comes back from Jamaica, and every time they come back, they bring a bottle of Ray and nephew.
Mm-hmm.
And my parents are up there in age, so they don't drink them anymore, so they hand them down to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I had myself quite a collection of some overproof Ray and nephew.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really drink it; it's there.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
My daughter has a party, and she invites 50 people over.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
She had a plan, master plan. I'm gonna invite 50 people over. I'm gonna tell them all not to buy me anything, just bring me money.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
And
she thinks it's a sleepover. On top of that, we don't live in a fucking stadium.
mm-hmm.
50
Mm-hmm.
people sleeping over. What do you think morning's gonna look like? Anyway,
Facts.
long story short, Dad, stay upstairs. You're scaring everybody.
Wait, why? Why?
Because I'm hearing noises and I'm coming down.
Oh, I got you. I got
When I
you.
come down, they're looking at me like they saw a ghost and shit. He's telling me, Dad, you're scaring my friends. Please stop coming down. I said, okay, just
Keep the noise down.
keep it down there. Then I hear some glass break.
Mm-hmm.
I say, that's it. I'm coming. Now I'm coming out mad.
Mm-hmm.
I find 6 or 7 empty Onzo, empty bottles of Ray and Nephew. One bottle could take out the 50 of them. They drank. They put it in the punch, and they
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
drank it like they see on TV.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
These kids were so drunk we couldn't. We tell their parents, "Don't come pick them up now."
Mm-hmm.
We'd experience some lawsuits. We'd make the Gazette. We'd be on fucking Pulse News.
100%.
Parents, adults allowing kids drunk on Ray and Nephew. They'd be like, Ray and Nephew?
100%.
Anzo, the kid fell through my shower and smashed the glass. Thank God he didn't get cut. Tried to grab on, like he lost his balance and tried to hold on to something that could not hold up itself. He fell through my shower.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
These
funny.
kids will see that bottle now and have
And won't touch it.
the
Yeah,
fucking shivering. Oh no, get that away from me. You know what I mean? That's the experience they had with that shit.
100%.
Puke everywhere.
Jensen, that's crazy. You can't get Ray and nephew. We can't get white Hennessy here in the States. And my mother-in-law brings us a bottle from Jamaica. We have a collection. We can't get white Hennessy here either.
White Hennessy, I never heard of that.
Yeah, there's a white Hennessy. I seen it one time. Picture of it. I think when they were first bringing it out or something like that. I was like, oh, that looks good. But yeah, we can't get that here. We can't get that here. So I'm dying. I had teens. Fuck them kids. 100%. 100%. 100%. I say it all the time. Fuck them kids, bro. You know what I mean? But hey, listen. They gotta learn.
They
You know
learn.
what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah.
Listen, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
I laughed more than I was vexed.
100%.
These kids don't know, like they weren't
100%.
anytime quick.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
100%. Listen.
if anything, we had to do some. I know their parents ain't gonna watch this show, but we had to do some lying.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
They're at these parties sneaking
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the house. We made sure to stop them, but then they went to the park, you know? They said
Mm-hmm.
to take pictures in the park. You were kids too, so stop your shit, yo.
Facts. Said what? White Hennessy is amazing. Yeah, I'm sure it is. I would love to try it. Unfortunately, we don't get it here. So, but yeah, they gotta learn, bro. You know what I mean? You wanna fuck around and find out, then you're gonna fuck around and find out. I had one time one of my ex, her daughter, right? Daughter was like, ah, you guys can't drink, whatever, whatever, blah blah blah. And I said, you think you can hang with us? She's like, ah, of course I can hang with you. Of course I can hang with you. I said, okay. I looked at my girl at the time, and I said, yo, we gonna fuck her up. She said, let's do it. So we were playing shit. Um it was snakes and ladders, but it was alcohol snakes and ladders, right? So anytime you drop down the snake, you got to take a shot. She woke up in the morning, didn't remember any fucking thing that happened after she started drinking.
Oh yeah.
bro, bro, my son, the same thing, right? My son, it was one of my birthdays, and we had just started our business or whatever, so we're going out to celebrate, and we're celebrating my birthday at the same time. So my son comes along with us, and I believe he was like 18 or 19, and he kept saying, I can drink more than you. I said, okay. You cannot, but okay. And I fucked him up that night. He was in the taxi cab, and I had videos of it, and bro, it was fucking hilarious. The shit he was saying in the taxi cab. I can't remember now, but we were fucking dying. He was fucked up. I'm like, listen, don't act like you can hang with the big boys. We've been doing this for years. For years. He may be able to outdrink me now because I don't drink like that anymore. But back in the day,
We were alcohol fiends.
bro, how many tin cans did we used to just drink in a day?
Forget King Cans. We searched for liquor. If any one of us who were 15 strong, girlfriend was babysitting, she better not call us over. If there is 1 ounce of liquor in that house, it's done.
100%. Yeah,
At
100%.
one point, we were selling to buy liquor, like going to, I don't know, like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
they don't know what Peel Pub is. Not everybody knows Peel Pub. But
Yeah,
Peel
yeah.
Pub was like a beer spot that showed sports and most college and athletes, and it was a rowdy place. Everybody went there to drink and have fries and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pictures were always the main attraction.
Mm-hmm.
We used to go in there and buy cases of Berdor, which was at the time our most expensive and strongest beer. Like Americans would come specifically
Yes.
for that beer. It was
Yes.
6.5%, I believe.
Yeah.
This beer was like dangerous. You drink 3 of them and you're licked. We were buying cases.
Mm-hmm.
Like management was coming out to see what the fuck is going on.
Mm-hmm.
This has never happened before.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know? And idiots.
Mm-hmm.
We were idiots. We could have invested that money. We had great
Yeah,
times.
100%. Yeah, yeah, 100%.
Great times. I'll never forget.
Yeah, 100%.
Man, did we waste some fucking money.
Oh, same here. Same here. If we go back and think about all the money we wasted, bro, you know what I mean? Like, I probably wouldn't have to work right now. You know what I mean? That's how much money we wasted. It's unbelievable. But, again, I enjoyed my life. I wouldn't change it. I really wouldn't change it because we had a lot of fun, dude. You know what I mean? We had a lot of fun. And if we weren't spending money like that, we wouldn't have had as much fun as we did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, huh? It was fun. It was fun. So I wouldn't change it for the world. I loved all the experiences that we had, you know? But we're like you, right? One time we went to this party, and it was a bring your own alcohol party, right? So me, your brother, cousins, whatever, we all go in there. We all bought like fucking a 24 pack of beer, right? Oh, 48. So two of us chipped in, two of us chipped in. We bought 48 beers. But when we got to the party, they had alcohol. So we kept our beers on our table, and we were fucking drinking theirs. And then we went to ours. Fucked up, bro. Oh my god. These kids don't know. These kids don't know.
Well, look, Halifax is what taught me about the pre-buzz game, because here we used to buy Mickeys and meet up in the front of the club and all drink in front of the club.
Mm-hmm.
To Halifax, these guys pick a brethren's house to hook up.
Yeah, drink first
every weekend. You know.
Yeah,
So
100%.
that was the fucking bomb.
Yeah,
That was
100%.
bomb. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
100%.
I had such good times over there, man.
100%. And there's times where it's like, yeah, we're going to drink a few and we're going to go out to the club. And then you end up drinking and don't go out because we just chilling. And why are we going out? We got alcohol here. We're having a good time. We don't need to go out. You know what I mean? So, yeah, 100%. 100%. Those are the best times. Like, we used to have house parties over here. My dad, every Christmas and, you know what I mean, birthdays or whatever, where family would just come over and chill and drink and have fun. And those were the best times. Those were the best times. You know what I mean? She said, that's how you save money. Yeah, but unfortunately, back in the days, we didn't think about saving money, right? We weren't thinking about the future back in the day.
Money. It was about getting your buzz on before everybody else.
Now, maybe the Scotians might have been thinking about saving their money, right? That's why they have the little drinking first, the pregame. 100%, right? Because they know they ain't going to spend that much money going out there. But, you know, if you come around a big city like we were and doing things to make money wasn't a problem. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, let's go out and let's drink and spend a couple of $100. You know what I mean? So, that wasn't a problem. But, and for you guys, it was an every weekend thing. All right? That's what you got to understand. It wasn't just like a it was every fucking weekend. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, sometimes Sundays. For years. How many years you do that, Roberto? More than 5, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? More than 5 years that we've been doing, like, every day. We were known at the fucking clubs. We were known at the clubs. What up, Roberto? What up, Ford?
Pub. We went to a pub and drank off all of their beer.
Mm-hmm.
Most of Golden.
Yeah, yeah.
We drank all the Most of Golden in the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Like they've never experienced that before. A pub selling out of beer.
And then when you went back the next week, right? And then when you went back the next week, they knew who you were.
Yeah. Well, we didn't wait in line. Yeah, the owner sent us complimentary drinks. We didn't do it for that reason.
Yeah, yeah.
We were very appreciative that we didn't have to wait in line anymore.
Absolutely, 100%. But that's what happens when you go to these places and you spend money. They want you in there, right? Because they know you're going to go in there and spend money. That's why it was never a problem when we would go to the clubs or anything. We'd always get in because they know money's going to get spent, and we're not just going to buy like 1 or 2 drinks. Like we. And then when we learned bottle service, you know what I mean? Just grab a bottle.
Service, like the thing that's going on now. My daughter, she's like, you know, we gotta put in like $100 each. We buy a bottle to get in. Buy a bottle to get in. So they force you to buy a bottle.
Some places, yeah.
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 That's some messed up shit, man.
Yeah, some places, yeah. There's this place in the old port called Santos. You don't always have to do it, but, you know, they get packed a lot. And, yeah, if you want to get in the bottle service, if you say your bottle service, you'll get in right away. VIP and everything, you know. But, yeah, there's places where you got to do this bottle service. I mean, depending on how many people you're with, it does kind of save money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It does kind of save money, especially if you're a drinker and you like to go to these clubs and like to have, like, crazy amount of drinks, you know. So, but yeah, that's how we grew up, you know. Wouldn't change it for the world. So, that's that. Absolutely not.
Good old
But
days.
now, huh?
Good old days.
100%. Now, as you see, the other topic that I had there, where I was asked, I'm not going to get into the specifics of it, but I'll just get into what I was asked. And I was asked if I actually really sat down and read the Bible. I said no. Then I was asked if I believe in God. And I said sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't. Now, first off, I want to get your thoughts before I continue, Roberto.
Why am I getting pulled in this?
I just want to hear what you have to say. It's a conversation. Like, you have a
I don't like
conversation.
talking about religion, yo.
Huh?
I don't like talking about religion. People get too sensitive with that shit, you know?
They do. But at the same time,
Ask you, or can I guess who posed these questions to you?
you could.
Is he a police officer of the goddamn law?
I will.
You plead
I
the
will.
fifth, huh?
Yeah, I'll plead the fifth.
Well, as I stated, I think to him, I believe in God. I am both Christian and Protestant. I was raised Christian, went to a Christian school. I was forced to go to church every Friday. Here, when I say forced,
Yeah.
maybe this is the reason why I rebelled. Because my character, my whole life, if you ask me, more times than not, I will do what you ask of me. You tell me, even if it brings me immense joy, it brings me more joy to tell you to go fuck yourself.
I feel you.
So
Yeah.
when they forced me to go to church, it drove me away from church. Even though I practice in my everyday life to be a good human, respectful, honorable, faithful, I tried to practice those things and be mindful of it. But I don't have to go to church every day and read the Bible and blurt out scriptures. Like I hear those heavy church. Like we talked about it. Just don't push shit on people, and you'll get more out of them.
100%.
I don't know about you, Anzo, but when questions come at me like that, I kind of get defensive, and I don't feel I'm giving you my true self when I get questions like that. Because I feel for me at least, I feel kind of cornered. Like, do you doubt whether I believe in God? Why are you asking me these questions? Am I wrong though?
No. I wouldn't say I got defensive because I think
Well, I'm
it's a good
speaking for
question.
me. I'm not
Yeah,
saying
no, 100%. And I'm just explaining that. I don't think I got defensive. I think it's kind
you
of a
love a
good
good
question.
debate anyway, so
Right, and
you'll
it's kind
go
of a
at it
good.
regardless.
It was kind of a good question, right? Do I? No. Um, yeah, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I see all the shit that's going on in this world, and I question whether there is a God that's allowing it to go do that. We are witnessing a genocide right in front of our faces. You know what I mean? But then there are times where I've experienced things where I was like, oh, maybe someone was looking out for me at that point. You know what I mean? So I do have my moments, but I will never, and I can never be the one to be like blind faith and be like, yes, I'm 100% sure. I don't do that with everything. You know what I mean? If I can't prove it. I would never do that. I would never be like, just give blind faith for certain things. I can't. That's not the way I am. There are certain things that I've heard in the Bible that I don't believe, like Moses parting the Red Sea and all that crap. I don't believe that stuff. You know what I mean? So,
You know, the Bible has been manipulated many times over.
yeah, 100%.
So,
100%.
what's to say which is the true testament?
Yeah, 100%. And I also say that
What you
sometimes,
believe.
yeah, no, 100%. And I also say sometimes I believe that religion and all of that stuff is a way of keeping people in check. You know what I mean? Putting fear in people. If you don't do the right thing, you're not gonna go to hell. And I'm like,
Aren't we already in hell?
It could be, to be honest with you.
Oh, Anzo, like I said, there is a lot more negative than positive going on in this world.
Yeah, for sure. For
People
sure.
who are happy, they're happy only because they choose to ignore what's going on every day in our lives.
Yeah, 100%. Well,
I spoke to two Americans. They live in Chicago. Really, really, really nice people. I really like them. They're begging me and my wife to come down. We might actually even go on. So,
oh, wow, okay.
yeah, yeah. That's how good of people they are. And
Mm-hmm.
he hasn't watched the news in almost 4 years.
Okay.
He's a YouTube guy. He watches his golf videos on YouTube and gets whatever information he remotely gets from YouTube. But he doesn't watch the news. He doesn't have Facebook. He doesn't have Instagram. And he's happy.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you remember those days?
Yeah, 100%.
You know, I found some old phones. I found my first fucking iPhone 4, my little baby iPhone.
Really?
I found a BlackBerry. I had all these things stashed in a drawer that I decided to clean out, you know? And I thought about it, man. When we had these phones, why weren't we so preoccupied in it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like we are now.
Yeah, because now your phone does
YouTube.
everything.
And
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Your phone does everything. Everything you need is in this little gadget right here. Beaming Ken said, but heaven and hell is real. You do need the fear. But how do you know that, though? I'm curious. How do you know? Right? How does anybody know? That's my question. All of this is on blind faith. You have faith. Good for you. 100%. I'm happy for you. But there's no proof or evidence that heaven and hell is absolutely real. Saranzo, what do you think the purpose of life is? Procreate. Roberto?
Sorry, I don't want to mislead you.
No, he asked a question.
Yeah, I know. What,
Yeah.
what do you think the purpose of life is? You're asking the wrong person, man. I'm just living. I was a guy that lived for today, planned for tomorrow, forgot about yesterday.
And I'm right there with you. I'm living too.
How I'm living, I'm living very fucked up because if I don't distract myself from my pleasures, which I can't get all day, every day, life, like the going-ons in life, like it's disturbing, you know?
Mm-hmm. So
disturbing.
What do you mean by if you don't distract yourself from the pleasures?
Playing golf, going to the gym, doing the show like this, watching. I'm saying maybe I shouldn't watch the news, man, because now when I go to my feeds, it's just over and over and over the same stuff coming at me.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's, I don't want to see it anymore. Why won't it stop if I fucking say I want it to stop? Why won't it stop? If I say I love cars, it shows me cars. Why would I say I want it to stop? It won't fucking stop.
Because this shit is dictated by algorithms, right? And they'll put most of the popular shit that people are posting on and reporting, and they send it to your phone, and it's all mostly about negative.
Yeah, all negative.
Yeah,
all about black abuse.
Yeah, all negative.
Donald Trump. All the shit that bothers me. It just keeps coming at me.
Yeah, 100%. No, you might be right. Well, like I said, for me, like I said earlier, I'm more of... so I believe that we have choices in life, right? You have choices. You go down the right path, you go down the wrong path. I don't believe that our lives are dictated by us, and no matter what we do, we're going to end down the same path. I don't believe that. I believe you have a choice, and some people go down the wrong path, and I think other people go down the right path. You know what I mean? I've seen people who have the worst fucking attitudes, but you would swear they were blessed by God. You know what I mean? You would swear like nothing fucking wrong ever happens with this guy. We would go, okay, so, and I know this is like about luck or whatever, but we would go to the club, right? Or whatever, like the bar or whatever, to hang out before we go to the club, and slot machines, right? I have never, ever seen anybody win as much as this fucking dude. Right? He would go in there, pop in $20 and hit the sevens. Cash out. 1,000. And he would double up so he'd get like 2,000. Right? We literally, and I'll never forget this. We went to this little bar right up on Cotonage on Lacombe, right? You guys wouldn't know who it is, but Roberto knows what I'm talking about. Little bar right there on the corner of Cotonage and Lacombe, right? There's some wicked chicken wings in there, right? So we went in there, and he was like, oh, let's go play machines. So he popped in $60, right? Put in 20, lost it. Put in another 20, lost it. Put in a 20, bam. Hit the sevens, $2,000. Cashed out. Went to the machine right fucking next to it. Popped in a 20 and hit the sevens again. The chances of that happening are astronomical. I was like, what the fuck, bro? Do you have a horseshoe up your ass? Cashed out.
The guy. Every Thursday night, we go to the bar after hockey, and those machines are in the back. And if he played 10 times, he won 8 times.
You know what I'm saying?
He got to the point where he wasn't even playing with his own money. People were giving him money to play.
Oh, yeah, so that they would win for him. Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Like,
that night we went up.
Fuck? I refused. Well, am I an idiot?
Facts. Because now I give you my money, and this is the time you don't win. Now
you know what I mean? I'm
that guy. I believe the purpose of God is the purpose of life is finding God and getting closer every single day. Okay.
Let me know when you find them.
Yeah, absolutely. You can have all the money in the world that don't mean anything. Why you think most rich people are empty? Because they don't have love and a love of the Heavenly Father, or don't really know Him. Some people don't. Some people do. You're right. Money isn't everything. No one said it was. But my point was, this person has done some of the worst shit that I can think of.
Is Bimikin Filipino?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Bimikin, you could answer that question. And the luckiest motherfucker that I've ever seen. Said I get a lot of positive stuff in my feed. I'll start sending you links on Instagram, Roberto. Absolutely.
Yes. Are we following each other on Instagram, Dandy?
No, I don't know. Maybe. It's possible. Some people just have good luck. Yeah, but some of the worst people have good luck. Now, I'm not going to blast out the shit that he's done, but I'm telling you, he wasn't a good guy. Hey, Monique, how you doing? Thank you for popping in. Much appreciated. He wasn't a good guy, but he was blessed. She said, we sure are. Yeah, I wish. I didn't put no racist shit in there, that's why this time. And LDG said, and I'll say it here because I think I skipped over, lovely topic, biting tongue. Why are you biting your tongue, LDG? Don't bite your tongue. This is off our chests. We say what we want to say. We do what we want to say. And at the end of the day,
feel, man. If help you, guide you, feel with you, you know.
And I said this many times, and I'll say it again. We all have different views of life, right? If you judge me by my views and not by the person I am, then that's on you. You know what I mean? That is on you. He said, no, but my wife is. I got you. Said Anzo Roberto, if you had to rate yourself, if you would go to heaven between a 1 and 10, what do you guys give yourselves? You can answer that question first, Roberto.
Well, I think you should lead that one since you read it out loud.
I gotta lead. I lead all of them. That's the question.
You do? I thought I was.
Yeah. No, you first, then I'll
You
go.
always pose the question to me, man.
Well, the question is both of us, but the first question he asked, I answered it first.
I see Anto's name up there before Roberto, but no problem. Let's see.
Semantics.
What would I do? What would I give myself? I'd say 8.
That's exactly the answer I was going to give. I don't believe that everybody is perfect.
I was going to say really
So
1.5, but I said, why are you going to downgrade yourself like that? Give yourself half a point.
I don't think everybody is perfect. So anybody that will be sit there and say, yeah, I'm a 100% sure I'm going to go to heaven, I would probably be like, you might want to be too sure about that. You know what I mean? You might want to trick that out. But I think, yeah, because at the end of the day, I ain't trying to... Yeah, go ahead.
Beamington was spending money on us to get drunk.
Yeah.
How godly is that? Huh? Beamington, did you hear that one?
I'm curious to know what his answer is on that one. Why an 8 and not a 10? It's like you're saying you don't know God yet.
So you have to know God to get into heaven and get a 10?
Yeah, because someone saying that I'm a 10, I'm going to get into the heaven right away, makes it sound like you're this perfect, person that's like, I'm going to get into heaven.
You
don't know that.
Say it without being rude that you're full of shit. There ain't no 10s out there.
100%.
No 10s. Because even the faithfulest of faithful go and repent in church. What are you repenting about if you are not committing any sin?
Yeah, everybody still commits sins, right?
Yeah.
It's about what you do after that. You know
Yes.
what I mean? So,
Yes.
100%.
If
You
it's
feel
in
sorry
your
for
heart
this?
to commit sin, or you committed sin through being, I don't know, coerced.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
Why was her tetas and her pants so tight?
Said, I'm pagan, no worries about heaven. I believe in reincarnation. I got you.
You coming back, Dandelion? I bet you want to come back as a man.
No, Dandelion wants to come back with some color. She wants to come back as a black woman. You know what I mean?
Almost every woman I know says when I come back, or when they make that statement, they're coming back as a man.
Really? Okay.
Women suffer, yo.
They do. When you believe, as you said, when you believe you are everyone, it's hard to find people who relate to that. So they just zone out and even think about it or pass judgment. Luckily, I have a few friends like you that get me. He said, you too, Dandelion. Absolutely. Yes, but I want to come back as a tree. What?
So some dog could come and lift his right leg up on you? What's up with that?
Yeah, I don't know about coming back as a tree. Listen, I come back, I want to come back as a black man. You, Roberto?
Yeah.
You don't want to come back as a white man?
No, I want to come back as a black. I want to come back just the way I am.
Facts. 100%. 100%. Said you don't have to be perfect. A 10 is just meaning you're trying every single day to be the best you can be. Do you guys know the Bible?
Here we go again. I didn't know this was Sunday school, Beaming Kim, but listen, brother. Like I said, I believe in God. I don't practice the faith like you. Doesn't mean you're going to a higher heaven or I'm going to a lower heaven. You don't have to be full blown in something to be a part of something.
Facts.
There's to everything.
Absolutely.
I'm going to smoke some of our first topic. I'll be right back.
He said, you so murdered my words, facepalm. Yeah, my bad. Roberto, that's the first time hearing that coming back as a man. Yeah, me too, kind of, to be honest with you. Trees
No,
live a long time. I wanna sniff unfold for longer. I got you. Bigger Ford Entertainment, I have to ask you, are those glasses reals? If so, you need better ones.
who's that?
LDG said Onzo has religion in the title.
Since when
Yeah,
those shots, yo?
cause LDG's a bitch.
Oh no, yo.
He said, Beamican said, cause Onzo has religion in the title. Yeah, I do have religion in the title, but if you notice, I said me. Right? I said me, not Roberto. You know? Monique said, if I come back as a man, I feel I might be reckless, spreading my seed all over the country. Yeah, facts. Facts. So you want to come back as a woman then? Like, would you still want to come back as a black woman? 100%. Said shots fired. Yeah, LDG. Damn right, shots fired. I ain't worried about you. You know what I mean? I ain't worried about you. It ain't nothing. But the point of it, it was just like, you know, I get Beaming Kun and certain people. He said, much love. Yeah, same to you, brother. Beaming Kun and much people, they have their faith, and that's fine, 100%. I'll never judge anybody that doesn't have faith, but I think that a lot of Christians judge people who don't believe, right? And being a Christian is one of the things that is not judging, right? Not judging people, you know, and I think that's an issue. But Jesus is calling for you guys to get closer to him, to know him spiritually. Maybe so, but I don't hear it. I want to come back as a Puerto Rican woman just like now. Yeah, for sure, 100%, right? Puerto Rican, black, American culture was built on us. It just was, right? Black culture is a lot of the culture that America was built on. You know what I mean? So we got swag. You know what I mean? Puerto Ricans, you got swag. Black people got swag. 100%. 100%. White people learned all that shit from us. Sorry, white people. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I'm just saying. You know what I mean? You learned it from us. So maybe so. You might be right, right? But at the end of the day, like I said, Beaming Cunt, for me, I have my moments. Again, like I said, I have my moments. But at the end of the day, I don't know. I guess I feel like there's some common sense to some of the things I think too. You know what I mean? And I don't just follow anything blindly like that. I can't do it. Said 100%. Said facts. Absolutely. And listen, I'm Canadian, right? Me and Roberto, we're Canadian. And we know that the culture, that everything that we do is Black American culture. There is no doubt about that. Like, I will never deny that. You know what I mean? So I hope I come back as moderately attractive female so I can make tons of bank selling feet pics while I order a ton of action figures.
Yeah,
Okay.
You know how you feel after you get your first period.
Facts. Facts. Or
You'll be ready right back to us.
or when you get older and have to deal with fucking menopause.
Menopause, childbirth,
You know what I'm saying?
one that
like
it just
I
stop. They go from PMS to menopause.
like I know if I was a woman I probably wouldn't have no kids, bro. You know what I mean? I probably would. I'd be like, no, I'm not doing that. You pushing the size of a watermelon head out of your vagina?
I have
I
no
am good.
respect for women. That's all I.
Me too. Me too. 100%. When I see because you watched both of your childs being born, right? Obviously. Oh, he went away. Yeah. So, anyways, I was in the room. I was there, and the things that you have to go through to bear a child, not just to mention the birthing, but
I was
also
there twice.
huh?
I was there twice.
Absolutely. So
I
You
saw
know.
C-section live. Nzo,
Yes.
I don't know what led me to stand up, but all I know, I was on this side here talking to my wife, and there was a big blue tarp.
Uh-huh.
We were all on the other side, and I'm like, babe, you don't feel anything. It's like, no, she's talking to me like nothing, you know.
Uh-huh.
What the? I get up. I was like, holy fuck! You don't feel nothing. Your stomach's touching your chin.
You're funny, right? Because so when my son was being born, his head was big. You know what I mean? So they were having a hard time. She was having a hard time pushing, and they're like, "Well, you know, if you can't get him out, they're gonna do a little like snips." So I was like, "Wait, what? They're gonna snip the vagina?" Yeah, man. They just shoop, 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 cut it like it was paper. I was like, "Oh my god, yeah." And she didn't feel nothing. Like it's the epidural, of course, right? But she didn't feel nothing. And I was like, mad respect for doing that, bro, because there's no fucking way. You were right, Monique. Nzo said tubes tied immediately as a woman. Yes, 100%. There's no seed. I am not going through that. Said you don't have to be Christian to know Jesus. Jesus wasn't preaching saying, "Oh, I'm a Christian." You don't have to be Christian or any religion. You guys have to know him spiritually, and that's why he left us with the Holy Spirit. Thank you again for the $20 super chat. Much appreciated, Beaming Come. And I hear exactly what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. Huh? But
Is black.
oh yeah, 100%. He said, "Where's Danny at?" I have no idea. Wasn't Jesus Jewish? Jewish and black. Black, original Israelite. Yeah, 100%. But at the end of the day, that's pretty much all I have to say about that. I just feel like, you know. So I was asked the question, and I'll bring it up. I was asked a question, and it was like, if you son was in school and they were being taught by a cross-dresser, would you be okay with that? And my answer was absolutely 100% yes. As long as the person isn't trying to influence my child, then yes. Because I judge people by who they are and not by what they dress like or who they sleep with. That's not my concern. Are you a good person? 100%. And I think a lot of Christians judge people. And if you're Christian, you're not supposed to judge anybody. But if you judge somebody by the way they dress, that's like saying, you know, back in the day, would you let a black person teach your child? It's the same thing. It's no different than that. So I don't conform to that, and I will never conform to that. You know what I mean? I look at people for who they are and what they do. Their actions speak louder than words. You know what I mean? So I don't have a problem with that as long as it's not. Would you want $10 trillion or 10 minutes with Jesus? Well, here's the question, right? You asked me that question. If I know for 100% fact there is a Jesus, I'll take Jesus. I would take Jesus. But I would also ask myself, well, if I'm getting this offer, maybe the $10 million is Jesus giving it to me. Maybe I should take that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Huh?
Touche.
Maybe that's a blessing. Like, if you know Jesus is there and you feel him in your heart, and when you pass away, you're going to go to heaven and meet him already, why not take the 10 trillion and enjoy the rest of your life? I don't know. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. What you taking, Roberto?
I'll take whatever he tells me to take.
I got you. I got you.
Like, I
$10
mean,
trillion, I will see
these
Jesus
questions,
later. 100%, Monique. I'm right there with you.
I feel like these questions are kind of a trap,
I feel you.
People keep
Religion,
spending money to entrap us.
um, I guess. I mean, I'll take the bait. I'm good with it. Religion is man's way of explaining God and faith. God is love and faith or foreknowledge. Yeah, 100%. And here's the thing though, right? You asking about $10 trillion. People will say now, I will take 10 minutes with Jesus. But if you put $10 trillion in front of someone's face and ask them that question, they might actually have a different answer. Said entrap me. Yeah, 100%. I'll
I
take it.
think you could even lower that money. Doesn't have to.
Absolutely.
You could make it $1 million, and people will still take that million.
100%.
World we're living in, man.
100%. 100%. You know what I mean? I remember I was watching it was a poker star thing, right? One night. And I like sometimes I like to watch that shit. Not much anymore. Back in the day when, them poker games on TV were the shit.
Yeah, yeah.
When that guy won, they had the cash on the table. He won like $10 million around there, roughly. Don't quote me on that. But they had $10 million in cash on the table. The way his wife was looking at him was like, I am going to fuck the shit out of you tonight. I'm telling you. So when you have it in front of your face like that, it's a totally different story. Did you ever see the Shannon Sharp where they did they were announcing their partnership with, I believe, Netflix,
No,
and they had that fucking mountain of money?
no.
Bruh, I'll show it to you. So it's like you choosing hell if you take the money, pretty much. Who's to say that, though? Who's to say that, though? You know what I mean? Who's to say that? You see, that's the thing, right? This is what I'm saying about, you're saying because I take the money, I'm basically pretty much going to hell. So all the good shit I've done in my life doesn't count because I took the money, right? So taking the money wipes out every good shit I've done in my life. All the shit that I think would have got me into the heaven, all that is null and void because I took the money.
It sounds like sales. You're as good as yesterday.
Yeah, that doesn't even make sense. And then if that's the Jesus, if that's the God that you guys are talking about, then there shouldn't be that type of, if you do this ultimatum where it's like, if you do this, then you're not saying that I don't have faith or that the person who chooses the money doesn't have faith. You're asking them if you would take $10 trillion or if you would take the money or take 10 minutes with God. That doesn't mean I don't have faith if I take the money. You know what I mean? And again, thank you for the super chats. Much appreciated. I appreciate it. You know you don't have to do it though, right, Beam Income? But I appreciate it. What do you believe God created us for? I don't know. I don't think anybody knows that answer. Right? And if people say they do, they're lying. You can assume why, but do you really know the answer? I don't know. Choosing to meet Jesus is selfish. You could do a lot of good with that money. If you're Christian, then it's not about good works. It's about faith and salvation in Jesus Christ. So taking the money is neither here nor there. That's what I'm saying, right? It shouldn't be like, if I take the money, then you're never gonna you're accepting hell. And I think a lot of people who say that they're Christians kind of take things a little bit way too literally. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I guess I could be wrong. That's just the way I feel about it. You know what I mean? That's just the way I feel. And I'll never knock anybody for the way they feel. And I'm hoping they don't knock me for the way I feel. It is what it is. You know what I mean? He said, plus, if Jesus isn't real and was just an alien creation, you just gave up the money for nothing and the chick for free. Well, that too, 100%. 100%. You know what I mean? 100%. I feel you. But at the end of the day, you know, it's about having faith. And if you have faith, like Jen said, you know what I mean? Okay, that's fine with it. I just don't have 100% faith. That's not my thing, right? I live, and like we talked earlier, and now I live for the future, but there was a time where we just lived for the moment, right? We were just trying to enjoy our lives, have fun. And I think that's what being on this earth is about. Just taking what you have and rolling with it, you know what I mean? And doing what you gotta do, enjoy your life, right? Life is hard. It's fucking hard. Y'all know we've talked about, you know, the depression I went through and wanting to end my life at certain points, right? Life is fucking hard. So when you get wins, you take those wins and you roll with them. You roll with them and you try to enjoy your life as best as you can. Because there's ups and there's downs. You may be in an up now, and then a year later you're in a down, right? And especially at my age now, I know downs are coming. I hope they don't, but I got to prepare myself for certain things. And that's what I'm doing. I wish, like Roberto said, I had thought about these things when we were in our 20s. Because I'd be set. Roberto would be set. This guy owned his own fucking club and was making crazy money. Imagine he saved that money.
Yeah, but you know what? Like we said, we have no regrets. With
100%.
If I regretted my life and said, man, if I had saved that money, who knows? I might not have had these two beautiful kids that I have.
Facts.
Might not be doing this show, you know.
Facts.
So many things would have changed.
Facts. 100%.
That's why content for me is so major. And it's the one that's being attacked the most because nobody is content anymore. Well, I can't say everybody.
But we had that our topic one time about people not really being content and always want more, right? Like, I know we've talked about this, and it's like, we don't need to be filthy rich, right? As long as we're living the life that we want to live right now, you can travel whenever you want to, you can buy whatever you want to, right? That's all. You have great kids, I have a great kid. What more do you really need in life?
Give where you can, do what you can, you know?
100%. Would I love to have been, you know, one of these dudes that popped off on the internet and, you know, every time we made a stream, we were making 100K? Absolutely, I would. But you also got to understand that type of popularity as well comes with a lot of fucking drama. Because a lot of these fucking dudes that are real popular, they get clipped, they get talked about, they get cursed out, they get doxxed, they get all this shit that happens to them, and I don't want that. I don't want that. Because then we gonna have to fucking get back to our ghetto lifestyle and shit. Roberto knows people all over the States. I know people all over the States. And not savory people either. We have LDG, who's one of the best fucking hackers we know. So, you really want to find people, we could find people. But do we really want to go through that? No, we just want to enjoy life and have a good time. Yeah, do we get some trolls every now and then? 100%. But it's so rare and like in between, like it doesn't even fucking affect us. But can you imagine if we were getting thousands of comments on our videos and majority of them were people calling us out, calling us names, right? I get it. You don't know these people, but there are some people out there that will do whatever they can to just destroy you. And the minute they find out some sign of information about you, they blasting that shit all over the internet. My sister, right, she's part of this black group, the NFCC. I don't remember the name of them, right? But she got doxxed. They doxed all her shit. I don't want that. I don't want none of that. Said God gave us free will so that at the end of the day, God wants us to love him as much as he loves us. So we have the option to choose him or be separate from him. I agree with you 100%, Beaming Kun, but I don't think you, like Roberto said, you have to be going to church and doing all of this stuff to be close to him. Right? If you believe in him and you pray and you do the right things and you do the things that you're supposed to be doing as per his word, then what more can you do? I've done a lot of research. Yeah, I know. But then again, I say this too. A lot of people, when they do the research, they're biased about the research and they only research one side of the argument, the one that benefits them, and they don't actually research the other side of the argument. And for me, being someone that's not 100% sure, I research both sides of the argument. So, be humble, love, mercy, mercy, act, justify. Yes, justly. Yes, I agree, 100%. That's all you can do in life. You know what I mean? That's all we try to do. You know, we try to be good people. So, now Roberto, you had something you wanted to talk about? You want me to bring it up?
What, that AI shit?
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, we can fucking talk about how fucked up AI is.
True.
You know what I mean?
Got
Because,
me.
huh?
It got me. Well, you know why it got me?
Go ahead.
Because it's possible. That could actually happen.
Oh, yeah, 100%. 100%.
Like, the chance of that happening is more likely than some of the other shit that stuff fools you with.
Absolutely. He said, is there someone in life you don't forgive, Nzo and Roberto? Personally, me, no. Not at the moment. But are there people, or can someone do something to me that I will never forgive them? Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm a Scorpio, so that's a given.
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely. There are things that someone could do to me that I would never forgive them. If someone took my child from me, I would never forgive them. And if anybody that says that they would, I'd have to question that. I'd have to question that. Really and truly. You know what I mean? I couldn't give forgiveness for someone that took my child away from me.
No.
Even if it was an accident. I'd have a hard time forgiving that person. I wouldn't hate them as much as I did if it was done purposely, but I would definitely have an issue with it. There are people I wouldn't cry for them. Yeah, same here. Same here. You know what I mean? So, but at the end of the day, it's you guys' choice. You can do what you want to. You know what I mean? But I'll bring up this video real quick before we go, because and I'll show you where the AI, how I knew, Roberto. Hold on. Where did I do the video? I know I brought it up here somewhere. Here it is. All right. So we had this video here, and I'll just play it real quick.
Hey, get off her. Hands where I can see. She's having a heart attack. I'm a doctor. I'm giving her CPR. Stop talking. Back up now. Not hurting her. She needs compression. Move away. Get on the ground.
All right. So the first thing you notice is they covered his face with something, but at one point you can see he is saying, the black guy is saying what the cops are supposed to be saying. Right? So, hold on. I'll bring it back.
I'm a doctor. I'm giving her CPR. Back up.
Right there, where they cover his mouth.
Not hurt.
And then watch again.
She needs compression.
See, they covered his mouth, but his mouth moved as I said, it needs compression. So that was one sign there too as well. Plus, the thing is, all these AI videos, they kind of have the same kind of dialogue talking when you see it, right? You kind of notice like, that kind of seems the same kind of forgiveness, you know? Oh, hold on. Monique said, "Oh no, Roberto's a scorpion like my son and pops." Yeah. So you know that trigger
Oh no, she
is
says.
yeah, because you know that trigger can get lit very easily, very easily.
I didn't
That
ask to be, I didn't ask to be, but I'm proud to be.
Oh, 100%. 100%. God forgives us for all our sins so we can do the same to others. So you would forgive someone that took away your child or your wife? Someone came into your house and unalived your wife. You would forgive that person
It's funny you say that, unalived. Where did that shit come from?
because people say if they say the other word, they get demonetized.
Are you serious?
Yeah, 100%.
Like, where's this fucking word coming from? These guys are trying to change everything.
So unalive, they'll say corn, they'll say grape. Yeah, corn.
Like corn on the cob?
Yeah, instead of with the P.
No way.
Yep, they say grape instead of without the G.
Instead of
Yes. So these are all things because those are flag words for YouTube, right? So if
I
YouTube,
can't be part of that world, man.
yeah, YouTube catches you with the saying those words, they can demonetize you. She said she's an Aries. Ah, I got you. Cancer, which is the best sign, to be honest with you, Jen. I'm sorry. Aries is good, but Cancer's is the best.
Yeah.
Anzo, would you give up to weed today to know Jesus? But why would I have to give up weed to know Jesus? Again, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. But why would I have to give up weed to know Jesus? Probably not. If you really want the real answer, probably not. YouTube all banning you for using those years. YouTube will ban you for using those words. Absolutely. Absolutely, because that's what God does. He forgives. He forgets every single one of us, so we can too. No, we can't. Cancer right here. That's what I'm talking about, Monique. You done know. You done know. Said, haha, my daughter is a Cancer. Yeah, I know. Day after mine. And you already know that Cancers are the best sign, right? You know that. You know that. Said, forgives. I'm not sure Jesus would want you to. Love Cancers. Absolutely, 100%. God made weed. Exactly. Exactly, Cousin T. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? It's a plant that grows in the ground that was made by God. And, as I said at the beginning of the thing, it has medical properties that are helping out a lot of people who have anxiety and depression and stuff like that. There's a reason why it's here. I don't know. It just, I don't. I get what you're saying, but at the end of the day, I get to celebrate New Year's early. Why? Curious. Why? I probably will find out and be like, oh, that's why. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm curious to know why.
Yeah, what part of the world you in?
You know? But yeah, guys, about 11 o'clock. Roberto, is there anything else you want to talk about?
No, the show went pretty fast, man. See what happens to talk about a good topic? Weed.
That's because we started 30 minutes late too, right?
Yeah, complications,
No, not just, yeah, it was my fault because for some reason I sent it to you at like 8 and I didn't know it didn't go through, you know?
That's
Jen said, yeah, go ahead.
We're doing a show.
Yeah, I know. Jen said, we are not God. We try, but we will fall short. So if we don't forgive someone for unaliving a child or spouse, then that, by the way, that person and God, that's between that person and God. Don't judge. Facts. My birthday is the day before. Oh, I got you. That's why I seek God. He can take all that away from you. No, he can't. Some people know he can't. I'm sorry. Again, those are things that I just don't conform with, right? I know the type of beast I would be if I wouldn't care about my life anymore if someone took away my son. That's all I have left in this world. You know what I mean? Is my child. So if someone took that away from me, you would be an enemy for my life. I'll never forgive you. You don't need to drink, smoke, or go out to the clubs to find satisfaction or whatever. Oh my Lord. So listen.
What is
Listen,
going on here?
if that's the way you want to live your life, fine. But don't put that on other people. Don't tell people what they can and cannot do to enjoy their lives. This is the problem that I have with a lot of Christians because they talk like that. Not all of them, but some of them talk like that. You know what I mean? You have sex before you're married. Oh, that's a sin. You're going to go to hell. You drink alcohol, you smoke weed. Oh, that's a sin. You're going to go to hell. I don't buy that. And I never will. And I never will. So, with that being said, it was a great show. Roberto, yes, we're doing it again. Tell the people where they can find you.
Right here Wednesday night with my boy Bigger Ford Entertainment, getting shit off our chest live like we do every Wednesday,
No.
9 o'clock.
I don't know if you want to see it, but I did have another one of those videos that we ended the show with last week.
Those guys.
Yeah.
What happened now?
Is it this one? Hold on. This one. Did I show this one? Which one did we watch?
Who's not black?
Okay, we watched the one who's not black, all right? Was it
Then
this
you
one?
sent me one. Who?
Okay, yeah, I think I sent it to you. Yeah, yeah.
The
Yeah, I
second one you
think.
sent me wasn't as funny as the first one.
Which one did I send you?
It was with girls who would date black guys, I think it is.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Who would date the black guy? Yeah. I thought that one was funny too, but yeah. Okay, so I sent them to you, so we don't need to watch them. So tell the people where they can find you one last time, sir.
Again?
Oh, you did already? Yeah, at the end of the show. We do it at the beginning and the end.
I just did it, man, before you just repeated what you said.
See, that's the...
People gonna say,
Okay, so hold on. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for reminding me that, because there's one more thing I wanted to say about the weed part, right?
Don't blame the weed on this one.
No, this is where my point is, all right? This is what I wanted to say. So we joke about weed saying, oh, I forgot it's the weed, right? But it is not the weed that makes us forget like that. You know what I mean? It's a running joke that we have, but a lot of people tend to take it to another level and act like that's the truth of it. And it's not. But it's a funny joke that we use. But yes, it has nothing to do with the weed. And I wanted to say that earlier, which I forgot. So it's wrong to help people from telling them what God said? No, it's not. But what you're doing is you're projecting and you're pushing it onto people who might not feel the same way. That's the problem, right? That's what the problem is. Wonder how many people in the congregation were sinners. Pastors got in trouble for sex trafficking. Absolutely. Turn or burnt doesn't work. Life experience that turns someone to faith and spiritually through whatever channels of religion. Taking that away isn't living and learning. Absolutely. Dandelion said, great show, guys. Have a good week. Absolutely. You old sir. He just did. That's what I'm saying, Cousin T. It's more about the old age. Listen, have you ever put your remote down and then 2 minutes later asked yourself where the fuck you put your remote?
Man, I was looking for something that was in my hand the other day.
Me too. My phone. I was like, yo, where the fuck is my phone? And I was fucking playing Candy Crush on it.
I was golfing, and my friend was shooting, and I wanted to check and see if I got any texts on my phone. And
What up, K-Dots? Uh-huh.
And I'm looking at this. What happened to the screensaver? Did my phone crash?
Uh-huh.
Hey, this ain't my phone. It never crossed my mind to say that.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So I swipe the screen. The numbers come up like always. I punch in my number. Wrong. What?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Okay, maybe it's the first one. It reset. I put another one. Wrong. Wrong. Now your phone's locked for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? What if my kids need to reach me? What? I said, hold on. Is that even my phone? I pick it up. Oh shit! I go, Paul. Locked your phone back. I felt so fucking stupid. Oh,
100%.
God.
100%. Hey, I'm gonna tell you one too, right? So we have a code to sign in to our computers at work, right? 3 fucking years. I've been punching in the same code every day. One day I got to work and I was like, what the fuck is the code? I had to go back into my text messages to my boss to remember. I could not remember the code for the life of me that day, bro. I could not remember it at all. I had to go back into my phone to look for the code. I was like, I know it's still here. I know it's still here. Oh, okay, yeah. I was like, ah, shit. There it is.
But you know what the beauty of it is, Nzo?
Uh-huh.
That you could laugh at yourself and not
Yeah, 100%.
put yourself down, you know?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
These things happen, man.
100%.
Like you said, all the times that you did good, you did right, where you know you locked your door, you turned your stove off, you made sure the doors were closed. All the times you do this every day, we never give ourselves credit for all these things we do. But
100%.
take 10 steps away from your door and forget to lock the door. You're insulting yourself like you've done this all your life.
100%.
You know, and I'm not saying I'm perfect and I've never done. I do it. I tell my kids, if I ever leave this house and I don't come back in, look for something stolen.
Facts.
It's not. No matter, and I try, Nzo. Even at work, they laugh at me at work. When do you forget now? Before I leave, I'm fucking doing my check off. Yeah. Get to the car. Why isn't the doors unlocking? They're upstairs.
Bruh.
I almost don't want to go back because I already went back twice. You know?
Bruh. One day, I leave work, right? Boom, everything done. I'm good. Like, let's get out of here. Boom, right? So I get to the metro and I'm like, where the fuck is my phone? You know? So now you get into that panic mode, like, oh fuck, did I lose my phone? And I was like, I ran all the way back to the office because everybody leaves, right? We all leave at the same time. So everybody leaves. So I was trying to catch the last guy that locks the door to catch him, and I didn't catch him. And I had to wait till the next day to get my phone. I left the phone in the fucking office, bro. I just got up and was like, so happy to get out the fucking office. I was like, let's go. And then you realize, like, oh my God, I can't believe I forgot my fucking phone. Yeah, it's crazy. Jen said, great show, Roberto and Nzo. Thank you very much. Said Nzo be smoking something all day, every day. Said blasphemy. Said no, God said go out and preach to every single creature, so it didn't matter who it is. I'm just saying what the Bible says. I got you. K-Dot said, what up? What up, K-Dot? Long time no see. Good to see you, brother. Facts. It happens to us all. Insisting that only your path to faith is the correct one is not right. Everyone gets to choose for themselves. Absolutely. Good night, Chat and Jen. Good night, Cousin T. Yes, everybody can choose. That's why you have free will, but God never said don't tell people. So good night, Cousin T. Sweet dreams. Maybe you could help one person to make it to heaven for them not knowing, saving that one person. Heaven rejoice. Got you. America was losing faith. Last poll I saw. How about Canada? Jen said, Jesus didn't say go out into the world to spread the word, meaning go into the world of people living, get life experience so that they have reasons to believe and have faith and seek spirituality. Absolutely. We need a video where Danny can teach you guys about the Bible. If you guys wanted to, would be cool. Well, Danny already does that. That's what he does in his show, but
Trust me,
not my thing.
facts.
Yeah, it's not my thing. Like, it is what it is. You know what I mean? You enjoy it. I'm happy for you. I don't need to know the Bible. I really don't. I really don't.
Beeman Ken, are you told or informed to go out there and push the Bible as you do with us? Does your pastor or priest tell you to do this?
I don't know. I think he said something about.
I
I
know
guess
that
that's
spread
yeah,
the word, but
yeah.
to what degree?
Facts.
You know,
Facts.
to be honest, it's almost Jehovah Witness.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, like them coming around knocking on doors. We know who you are, and if we wanted to join you or we're interested in joining you, we know how to seek you. For you to seek us shows signs of desperateness, and why are you desperate is the question I ask.
I like it. I like the question. Then I said I don't always agree with Danny's interpretations. Yeah, exactly. Right? And not everybody is gonna agree with it, and that's okay. You know what I mean? That's okay. At least atheists heard of John 3:16. What about Potter's excuse? What's
See,
Potter's
I
excuse?
can't blurt scriptures to you guys to defend this argument. So for me,
Neither can I.
you know, Danny could, you know, and you know, if he says something that makes sense, I'm all for it. But when it's an agenda being pushed and we're not on the same page, you're entitled to your opinion, but you can't tell me I'm wrong.
Absolutely, 100%. Said no one. I love for people to know and love Jesus because most people think they know him, but they don't because the end time is soon. Well, I agree with you on the end time being soon, 100%. But then you got to let people decide how they do their thing, right? You can't force it on people like Roberto said. Don't knock on my door with that. I'm slamming the door like Craig did to those ladies in Friday. Facts. 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 I don't know if they still do that. They don't really
do
do
it
that here anymore. But
don't do
my
it
God, growing up every fucking week, them Jehovah Witnesses used to be knocking on the door. And
you
here's
see them guys walking on your street in their suits, and you're like, "Don't come to my building, man."
facts, facts, facts. And the funny thing about it is, my family, they're Jehovah Witnesses. My grandfather was a Jehovah Witness. His father was a Jehovah Witness. So Jehovah Witness runs in my family. It was broken with my father, right? My father broke it because his mom, my grandmother, got sick, and she could have had an operation to save her life, but Jehovah Witnesses do not believe in that. So my grandfather didn't allow them to do the operation. My grandmother died, and my dad has resented my father for that. And he always said that I don't believe in a God that would allow that to happen. So my dad was 100% atheist. And my dad would answer the door with the Jehovah Witnesses and have fucking debates with them. He would do that all the time. I'm like, oh my God, Dad, are you kidding me? And Beaming Cat sent another $5. Appreciate you again, Beaming Cat. Was never trying to force it on you guys, just was letting you guys know because he is calling us to seek for him. That's your calling, homie. And you need to go for your calling and enjoy your calling and do what you got to do. I get you. I know you ain't forcing it on us, but at the end of the day, you know, everybody has their own path. You have yours, I have mine, Roberto has his, and they're all different. So that's with that. But thank you, everybody, again. Much
Yeah.
appreciated. Peace, love, and hair grease. And we will see you on the next one. And the last thing he said, it's really just sad for people that I say I don't need him, or they say, why do you talk about that, so on. I got you. I got you. Discuss it another time. Have a good night, guys.
Peace.
turner, never had a burner, always knew I was a son of a gun. Niggas talk about it, but don't be about it soon as they see when they first wanna run. Now pray for niggas that can be who they want. They live in hell like the air in their lungs. In back of their mind, they know that they front. Try to cover with the money and stunt. Y'all doing too much. Enough is enough. Niggas watching too much snow on the bluff. Gassing you up until they pull up in the letter, then dump about 10 out the pump. Hope to God I die as rich as a bum that make change every day for the ones that give a fuck about the people in slums. Cause first you'll be last and last you'll be one. Keeping it blunt. Promise you niggas we weeding you out. This smoke you don't want, you know in your gut. All of your music is trash. I'm here to empty the Dutch. My nigga, what up? I can stand behind my bars. I eat a sentence for lunch. I'm not here to judge, but I can tell from all your jury. You niggas mentally cuffed, look guilty as fuck. Always be pressed to be young.